Hello everybody, how are you guys doing today? This is your British lady from EmzDiary. I wanted to apologise because I was planning on making a video update on my nails here, but unfortunately the claw broke off just last night when I was sleeping, so it sort of broke off. That's the update on the claw. This video is about the top 3 differences between the United Kingdom and Canada. Please feel free to share this video with your friends if you guys find this video beneficial in any sort of way. And stay tuned for the next video series I'll be doing on the top 3 differences between the United Kingdom and Canada. So, the first thing that I noticed when I first moved to the UK is that the UK have a lot more holidays than Canada does to a certain degree. We've got the bank holiday. Like we've got the bank holiday in the first week of May, which is the Monday after the first weekend of May. Whereas Canada has a holiday around the last weekend in May, generally around like the 20th to the 23rd or 24th of May. And that holiday is called Victoria Day, where we are celebrating Queen Victoria. And the funny thing is, before I moved to the UK, I actually thought that that holiday would be celebrated more in the UK, since Queen Victoria is British. I never understood why Canada celebrates Victoria Day, but the UK doesn't, and we just have a bank holiday, which this year was on May the 5th. Monday, May the 5th. And the bank holiday historically comes from when banks and bankers in the early days in the UK had time off from banking. The bank was shut on a specific day for time off for the workers, and that's why the UK calls their holidays bank holiday. So that's the history behind that. Another difference with our holidays between Canada and the UK is that Canada has Canada Day. I'm looking at my notes here. So Canada Day started on 1867. We have fireworks on July the 1st. Every 1st of July we always have fireworks. Obviously last year I wasn't able to celebrate it prior to moving here because of the coronavirus getting in the way, unfortunately. I think the last time I properly celebrated Canada Day with its fireworks and with all of its wonderful activities, I'm going to say was probably 2016, 2017. In 2019, I don't think I did an awful lot. I think I met up with one of my friends, hi to Caswell, back in 2019, but it was late. And it was hard to catch the tube there and everything. So I haven't really properly celebrated Canada Day in quite a while, so it doesn't really make a huge difference to me. We also have Thanksgiving in Canada, which is a holiday that takes place every first or second weekend in October. When I moved here around October, I actually moved to the UK a week before Canadian Thanksgiving. In America, they also have Thanksgiving in November, which Canada doesn't have. We only have it in October. I always thought it was sort of weird that Americans like to celebrate Thanksgiving a month before Christmas because you're going to be eating a lot of turkey and a lot of fattening food on Christmas Day anyway, so what is the point, right? So I always thought it made more difference for Canadians to have the Thanksgiving in October, which is more than 2 months before Christmas, which to me always made a lot more sense. We also have, we celebrate most of the same holidays, you know. Canada has Boxing Day, the day after Christmas. Obviously, Christmas, Easter, Valentine's Day. I know here in the UK, they instead of Halloween, they call it Guy Fawkes Day, which we don't really talk about very much in Canada or the States. So that's something else that the UK has that Canada does not have in terms of holidays. The second differences I'm going to say is the food. So what I first noticed when I moved to the UK is that obviously there were no Tim Hortons around. We have lots of Starbucks coffee from America. You know, we've got like for pizza, we've got Pizza Hut, we've got Domino's, we've got Papa John's, all those sorts of places for pizza and everything, which is from the States, but we don't have Little Caesars, and that is one thing I missed about North America when I moved to the UK, is that we don't have Little Caesars over here. Little Caesars has the best pizza, in my opinion, after all the American pizza joints. In my opinion, it's Little Caesars first, and then Pizza Hut, and then Domino's, and then Papa John's. That's my opinion. And I miss the stuffed garlic bread that Little Caesars is famous for that we don't have here in the UK. Also, Canada grows maple syrup naturally from its sap trees over in Quebec mostly, in northern Ontario. I'm not sure whether or not Western Canada grows maple syrup, but I know that Ontario and Quebec are infamous for our lovely maple syrup, which we pour on our pancakes or our waffles. I have not had pancakes or waffles in so long because I'm trying to cut back on fatty food, but I do miss my Canadian maple syrup. That's one thing that we are famous for. Another French delicacy that Canada has, which originates from Quebec, is of course poutine. We've got the French fries and the cheese curds and the gravy. Obviously here in the UK we don't have that. They also don't have that in America either. It's a French-Canadian delicacy. We do have that delicious food at a Canadian restaurant called Harvey's. We've got Harvey's Burger Joint over in Canada. That's not something that we've got over here in the UK either, in case you guys were wondering. You want to visit Canada and you're wondering what our food is like compared to the Brits. Another thing, obviously the UK is famous for Marmite. I grew up eating Marmite since my mum's British. She'd always give me Marmite spread on toast, which I love because Marmite is very low in fat and very low in calories, and it's really good for B12. It's a lot more healthy than eating like hazelnut spread or Nutella, to be certain. We've also got, obviously, we're famous for our fish and chips and our tea. They have lots of British tea rooms in Canada. I grew up going to British tea rooms either Saturday or Sunday at 4 o'clock, mostly Saturdays. We've got our English muffins, which I love. I like our crumpets that I have for breakfast. So instead of having maple syrup and pancakes, which I'd have over in Canada, I'll have like the scones or the crumpets or your English muffin with Marmite. That's what I'll have for breakfast over here. Yeah, so that's really the differences with our food and everything. I don't think UK has an A&W either. They might in certain areas, but here in London, I've never seen an A&W. An A&W is American, I believe, but they have the best root beer. And I kind of miss drinking A&W root beer because their root beer was the best out of all of like the fast food joints in Canada. A third difference is obviously hockey and sports and everything. I'm not really one to watch sports very often, so it doesn't really bother me or affect me very much since I never watched them back in Canada. You know, people always say you're not Canadian unless you watch ice hockey, but I was never really one to watch ice hockey. It never really interested me. That's probably just the British coming out in me, because when I was a kid, everybody was a huge fan of either the Toronto Maple Leafs or the Ottawa Senators or any of those hockey teams, which I never really cared about. Maybe I'm too much of a girly girl for that reason, perhaps. But here in the UK, we watch more football. We don't bother watching ice hockey. There's lacrosse versus cricket. Over here, we've got cricket. Over in Canada, we're famous for lacrosse. Basketball was actually invented in Canada, believe it or not, and I think lacrosse was as well. Apparently, lacrosse was recently approved by the Olympics to be a national sport that you're allowed to compete with in the Summer Olympics. I think it's the Summer Olympics, yeah. So that's all the updates I have, guys, for holidays, sports, and food, the differences between the UK and Canada. If there's anything you guys want me to talk about in the subtle differences between UK and Canada, do let me know in the comments below. Do stay tuned. I will be growing back the claw, so not to worry. I did have to break it off anyway because I'm getting fingerprints done this coming Wednesday because I have to get a police check for a job that I'm doing here in the UK. They kind of require you to do that when you've lived abroad outside of the UK for longer than 6 months. And thank you guys for watching, and the next episode I'll probably be talking about fashion differences in the UK, and I'll also probably be talking about the differences between UK politics and Canadian politics. There are some subtle differences. I don't really care to vote anymore because I think most politicians are corrupt. Have a lovely day. Toodaloo.